Howdy, I'm Derek, and in this episode of Lambda of the Week, we're covering a Lambda custom Excel function called valid URL. If you're new to Lambda, please check out the video that previews this entire series using a link in the comments below. To get a free workbook with this custom function as well as a few others, there's a link to that in the comments below as well. And if you want to get access to the library of Lambda functions that I use with over 70 of them and examples of each of them, check out that in a link to the comments below as well. All right, so for this week, it's valid URL. Well, what this is doing is just using a regular expression behind the scenes and a definition to this function to see if the supplied URL text is valid. So in this case, the top one here is just Google with the HTTPS at the very beginning. That's obviously valid. The next couple are valid. We've got subdomains, could have a different extension at the end, .net, could be even kind of your local host type of a URL or an IP address. But down here you're saying, okay, we can't have HTTPS both times at the very beginning. That's false. That doesn't work. As well as down here you'll see that there's two dots, a little subtle toward the end. Very easy to make mistakes like that. URL is a very important attribute a lot of times, or data point, and it makes sense to validate that those are correct. So you're capturing good information. Just like when you're capturing any information in Excel, it's very important to validate to make sure it's right, or at least it's, looks like it's right. This is a great example of how to do that. It's as easy as that. That's it for this episode of Lambda of the Week. Remember to grab your free copy of this workbook. Or even better, grab a copy of all of those Lambda custom functions, many of which we'll be covering all throughout 2026. You can find links to both in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, comment on what you like, share with a friend or colleague you think would benefit, and don't forget to click subscribe so you don't miss out on other great Excel tips and tricks, including this Lambda of the Week series in 2026. Thank you so much for watching and have an excellent rest of your day.